We're about 250 full-time brokers, and we're closing 2 to 3 deals a day. It's just amazing because
Today, I'm here with none other than the king, business broker, Michael Steinberg. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for having me. I'm super excited to get started here.
I'm excited too, man. Let's just get started with a quick introduction. I learned about you through YouTube, but I know you're on Instagram, you're blowing it up everywhere. Tell me a quick introduction about Michael and tell me the pizza story as well.
Awesome. I appreciate it. So I started selling businesses in 2004, 2013, 2012, 2013, the beginning of 13. And, prior to getting into the business brokerage world, I was working as a pizza boy. I was delivering pizza and I was 21 years old and I didn't know anything really about the work life. And, in comes this guy, he throws down a black card and I just had to ask him, what do you do? The black Amex card when he was ordering. And he's like, I sell businesses. I've been selling businesses for 50 years. I'm a business broker. I'm like, that's a very interesting career. I've never heard of it. What do you mean? Are you a real estate agent? Well, no, he's like, no, I sell businesses.
Mhm.
So that really intrigued me. I was like, so you telling me you could sell a pizzeria? He's like, sell pizzerias all day.
Yeah.
And my office is right down the block. So if you want to come in, come in. And I took his offer. I went in. I started bringing a lot of food there. And I learned the ins and outs. I started just with the pizzeria business because I understood it. And I sold a pizzeria while I was delivering pizza. I made my yearly salary in one check. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Going all in. Cold turkey quit. Told my boss is still my friend today. He's like, I know you're going to be successful. Go after it. Went after it. Then I started getting into car washes and laundromat.
Did you ever sell that pizza restaurant that you worked at?
Not that one. They don't want to sell yet, but I'm
Not yet.
selling their other place that they have.
Of course. Of
I
course.
will sell it when they're ready.
When they're ready. Yeah, it's all about the client when they're ready. But ultimately, everybody, America's for sale, I hear. So ultimately, everyone's going to sell it at some point.
Exactly. I love it. America's for sale, and right, it's true. I mean, there are 30 million businesses. 99.9% are small businesses, and the opportunity is there. So much opportunity.
So much opportunity. So many ways to help owners and buyers coming up, which I find gratifying just because you're kind of helping people on both ends. I want to stay on your journey a little bit. I want to learn more about you as a person too. And it's not just you anymore. You invited me to your team meeting. I heard from brokers around the country. Tell me about building your team. How'd that come about?
So, 2019, 2020, I had about a 10-man team, and when COVID hit, like the world stopped, and I really try to innovate and be positive during that time. So I created an online back end program where, I built a portal where people will come in and they can learn about business brokering. They can learn from my experience, everything into a course. And I hire developers and I hire the right people from my mentors. I give shout outs to my mentors on that. I basically built like a fintech style brokerage where people come in, they have to pay up front for their infrastructure that I built, their CRM, and
Yeah,
they learn. I teach them how to get seller leads, and it's working. I mean, right now we have
yeah,
over 1,000 listings. We have about 250 full-time brokers. On the call, I think there were maybe 70 on the last call. Sometimes there's 100, sometimes there's 50, sometimes there's 150 on the call. And we're closing 2 to 3 deals a day. We have about 250 people. And it's just amazing because we have the infrastructure that we built
yeah,
during
yeah.
COVID. So,
So this was a COVID success story. COVID transformed your business in a positive way, is what it sounds like to me.
yeah, I mean, everyone's working from home, everyone's remote,
Yeah,
and you can close deals from your phone. A lot of times I never meet the buyers in person. I never meet the sellers in person. We just close right
yeah,
from the.
yeah. There's a positivity in everything if you get deep enough. Even COVID was a lot of people suffered from them. A lot of people did well too, and it sounds like you were one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terrible time. It was, but you always have to be positive in life. You have to try to come up with a solution rather than a problem all the time. So, what's the point of being negative? What's the point of having stress? Always try to think positive. No matter who you are, you can always learn and you can always be positive.
You mentioned your mentor. I've seen videos with you and Kevin O'Leary, and some others. Tell me about how you build relationships like that.
You just got, my opinion is just being coachable, always learning, no matter who you are. Even Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, he's always learning. That's his mentality. He always wants to get better. Whether you're a billionaire or you're a janitor, you always have to have that mindset where you can always learn something from someone. And that's what I try to do all the time. I never have an ego. I'm always the first one to pick up the broom, pick up the mop, uh, whatever we got to do to get it done. And that's why I think people have a liking to me because I, you know, I'm just always trying to get better and I'm trying to add value and give back and solve problems rather than asking what my commission is or, you know, uh, how much am I making on this cold brokering deal? It's not about me. It's about how do we get this deal done? If we get this deal done, everyone's gonna make money, but everyone's gonna do a good service. So that's
Yeah.
my answer, just giving back and then learning.
Yeah, and I heard that on the call when I joined. You were asking how you can help your team, what resources they needed. I mean, they led the call, you just supported them. So I think that speaks volumes. We also heard some abundance mentality there. You're talking about there's a way for everybody to win. How do we find it? I love that about you.
I appreciate that. I mean, life's short, just give back and everything will come back to you.
And stay on the personal side, I understand you're a new father.
I have three kids, three beautiful kids. Two girls, one's 6, one's 3, and I just had a newborn son.
Wow. This is your first son. You've had two girls already.
All right. Yeah, it's my first son.
Wow. Congratulations. It's all about balance.
That's why we do what we do, right? It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. And you have a family in the business too. Tell us about that.
My whole family's in the business. My dad, he was a car salesman. In 2020, I told him to leave, come on board. Let's do it. He took the leap of faith. He worked hard, and now he's closing deals every month.
Yeah. Yeah.
My brother-in-law, same thing. He was a bartender, 18 years old in 2020. Like, just come on board. I promise you. In the beginning, it's going to be tough, but once you get it, he's killing it. He's going to be a seven-figure guy soon.
Yeah.
I have my mom. She's doing great. She's working. She's closing deals. She closed a big gym with me. And then I have my brother, who is a single father, who has had a very rough life, extremely rough life. Raised a kid all by himself. Literally his apartment burned to flames 2 years ago.
Wow.
Nothing and nothing. He just closed his first deal last month, and he made over 50 grand. And now he has another deal. He's gonna do better than that. So he's on the right path as well. So family is everything. They're all in the business with me, and that's why I do what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wonderful, Michael. And balance. I think they all work together. I think people want to do business with people that are grounded, that value family, that support others, and I think it's kind of a flywheel of sorts. And you figured it out. The other thing I hear from you is this mindset, this positioning. That we're living through this unique time. You touched on this a little bit just a few minutes ago, but let's come back to this. Why? Why now? Why is now the best time to sell? Why is America for sale?
It's a great question. I think, a lot of people say this, but this is my opinion. A lot of these baby boomers are retiring right now, and a lot of our deals are, from baby boomer sellers, and they have kids, but their kids, they don't want to work at a car wash. They don't want to take over their plumbing company. Today we just sold an HVAC company, and the seller's daughter doesn't want to be involved. So
Yeah. Yeah.
these baby boomers, they want to sell. Their kids don't want it. We come in, we give them an exit plan, and it's creative and it's lucrative, and they're ready to exit. And that's why I think America's for sale.
Your story of meeting a business broker, not knowing what they were. That was kind of my story too. When I sold my business, I didn't know business brokers existed. I knew I wanted to exit. I didn't know how. Are you still seeing this in today's age that owners just don't know they have these options?
All the time. I mean, there's owners like, I had an owner from my accountant. It was a referral. He has like a $6 million a year business, steel manufacturing business. And he had he just was going to let the business go. And then we met and we were like, dude, like you have a lot of goodwill here. This is $1 million business. What are you doing? It's like, really? I could have probably got 50% out of him, but I did the right thing, got him the right buyer, and
Yeah.
he made money that he didn't even know he could make.
I use the term empowering owners with their options for exit. It sounds like that's what you did with this owner. He didn't know what his options were. He sounds like he didn't do any prep work either.
No prep work. Luckily he had a good accountant. So the financials were easy to access,
Yeah,
which was a
yeah,
huge plus in every deal. If you have a good accountant, that's definitely a help.
yeah. Financial clarity is imperative, right? Well, for owners that are watching, how else should they prep? What else should they do if they want to sell this year, next year, 5 years from now? What are a few things owners should do to get ready?
Owner should definitely if there's a cash component in the business, they should start showing everything. So when it gets time to sell, you can prove out what the real numbers are. I think that's very important. I think you should be able as an owner to go and take a vacation, and the business should run the same as if you're on vacation as when you're there. That's important as well, because when you have a business that's a well-oiled machine, it's worth even more. What else? I think, really focusing on a monthly recurring revenue is huge in business because you get the most multiple on that MRR. So that's, rain or shine in the car wash business. If it rains, the typical car wash is closed. If it does, if you have membership, no matter what, you're getting that hit every single day. So having that monthly is huge.
You're a car wash owner, is that correct?
I'm actually sitting in one of my washes right now as we're talking.
Why do you like, you mentioned this a little bit, but why car washes? There's a lot of OpEx involved, right? And there's tons of equipment and everything.
Yes, there's a huge depreciation play where you can write off. It's a great tax benefit, especially for guys like us that make a lot of 1099 income. It's great to have this depreciation. That's number one. Number two, where I am, you can build car washes. You only can buy existing locations. So it's like owning the real estate. And if you
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
great lease and a great rent, and you're in an area where you can drive membership and there's a tremendous upside. It's just a good business if you have the right people in place. And that's what I have here. I have my managers here today. We're closed because it was raining, but we empower our people. That's business. So I just
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that in the business.
So scarcity, there's opportunity when others can't move in, but you control that space, that business. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, this place was a dump. We took this place over. It was a complete dump, but it was a gold mine location. So we just bought all the brand new equipment. Um, we're prepping for the new renovation, and there's just so much opportunity, and everyone would be interested in some point. If you know about these options, it's really interesting. It's just a great.
Yeah. So you just touched on kind of a different angle of instead of buying like something that is cash flowing and already in top position to buy, they say in real estate, the house has good bones. It sounds like you found a business, and you saw the opportunity there, and it was distressed, and you knew how to turn it. Do you do a lot of that type of stuff?
Oh, 100% for my top clients myself.
Yeah, yeah,
I I get them the best deals. I leverage the seller financing angle. I uh, I go after it with the sellers on the financing. I I see the vision, and I just know, I also have the team, right? That's everything, is having the team. When you buy a good business, that you inherit the staff. If
yeah,
you're an operator and you have your own team also, and you bring your team on, there's so much creativity and there's just so much opportunity right now. Insane.
When you speak of the team, are you talking about the Hedgestone team? Or are you talking about the businesses that you're buying and the team that you're bringing into the businesses?
Both. So the
Both.
Hedgestone team, I have great operators. I have great managers in place that we can come in and they're handy and they can renovate. And then I have the private equity side where we're buying these washes, the laundromats, and we're just, we're taking things that don't look great and we're just making them look better. And that just helps so much in business.
Yeah. And another lever that you are exercising, and we touched on this, is your social media. Now, you described yourself to me as addicted to Instagram. Tell me a little bit more about your relationship with social media, how you use it, how how it's grown over time, and just how you see this as part of your business.
Social media is the most important thing to me out of everything. It's more important than the car washes than anything. Because can if you have 600,000 followers, imagine 600,000 people in one room just watching you at all times. So I've been doing it for 4 years straight, never took a day off. Never, no holidays, nothing. Never will take a day off ever. Um, and it's just helped tremendously because it's awareness. And I recommend every single business owner to just get in front of the camera. I know it's tough in the beginning, but it's going to help you so much once you just get your message out there. And it's just, it's everything in business. I
Yeah,
can go
yeah.
do classes about social media and just help people change their businesses.
You've been on Instagram 4 years, you said?
About 3 years every day straight.
I'm curious how, and you're strong on Insta, you're strong on YouTube. I don't know if you're on TikTok or X or the others. How has social media changed in the time you've been on?
The algorithm is always changing every day. Um, on Instagram. A lot of people are trying to, there's a lot of people out there. The thing is, I don't really focus on anyone else on Instagram.
Yeah,
I don't even scroll. All I do is I created my Instagram as like a biz buy sell. I get similar traffic to biz buy sell. I get way more traffic on my Instagram than on my whole entire company's biz buy sell. I get 3 million views a month.
yeah,
I do a
yeah,
post on a laundromat. I probably get 100 buyers from that one post. But I would say 75% of them are real.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, you change your the concept of your videos, over time. You always trial and error. Like I used to do different types of videos, now I'm doing other types of videos in my listings and I see that they're working better, so I continue that type of video. And you learn as you go.
I have seen the evolution. I think it's interesting, and I think it's a service to your clients. You mentioned biz by sell, they're kind of the elephant in the room. It's the Zillow of business brokerage, but you're saying I don't even need them. I got my own vehicle here to reach buyers. I control this.
I've done so many deals on Instagram. Like, for an example, I'm closing on the car wash this week. I got the listing on Instagram. I put
Yeah,
it on
yeah,
my story on Instagram. I got the buyer on Instagram, and I closed the deal all from Instagram. I bought this car wash with a partner that I met from Instagram.
yeah.
I started my mentorship program with Hedgestone. I have 75 people on my mentorship program. Everyone's closing deals. I mean, Instagram has changed my whole life.
Yeah, yeah. It's a megaphone, and you've learned how to use it.
You learn how to use it. And I'm not on there like I'm not like scrolling and looking at people's stuff. I'm just tunnel vision doing what I'm doing. I'm bringing in the leads and I'm just handling the leads. That's it.
It seems like a lot of inbox movement. People are direct messaging you. You must have hundreds of direct messages. How do you even manage all that?
I have a whole team. I have a whole
Yeah,
team on my Instagram. I have someone putting together spreadsheets for every post, every story that I do. There's a spreadsheet of who reached out. We have AI that's on there that captures everyone's information. Um, and it's just handling and the systems and processes. Everything goes into the CRM. And, I basically delegate. I don't take all the leads. I don't take any of the leads. I just delegate them out to my top guys.
let's talk more about the Hedgestone system. I mean, you built a brand, a personal brand, but then the Hedgestone company is it an affiliate? Is it an employee model? How does it work? These are full-time brokers across the country. How do they affiliate with you?
So they're all full-time 1099 advisors throughout the country that work. If they're not licensed, they're only able to work in the 34 states that don't require a license if they're not licensed. I'm
Yeah.
licensed. I'm getting licensed in all 50 states right now
Uh-huh.
as a real estate broker, just to have that extra layer. But
Yeah. Gotcha.
they're all 1099 advisors. They're on my platform. I built a custom CRM where all they do is sell. That with a click of a button, they can send an NDA out. With a click of a button, they can send a listing agreement out. They can see all the listings in the company. We have all different boards on, how to, just all like the how-tos, how to vet a buyer. All the educational information is there. You're going to learn. If you're going to do business brokering full time with Hedgestone, and if you're going to give it your all, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
If you really want it, if you want it that bad, come on to Hedgestone. You're going to get mentored by teams. Like we have all different teams in Hedgestone. We're closing 2, 3 deals every single day. We have 2 to 3 closings every single day. And it's because we're a family and we care about each other. Everyone here is to help. I have the best people in the world at Hedgestone, and we're just a big family, and we all want to see each other succeed.
I love the passion that you speak with, Michael. And I think you're right. People learn by doing deals. You've got courses, I understand, in your CRM classes, um, onboarding. You can do a lot. The software you built sounds pretty amazing. But at the same time, people get to actually see deals get done. I'm sure they learn a ton that way.
Oh, you get mentored. There's people that have been doing it for years that will mentor you on my teams. I have this 92-year-old guy that started with me. I have him on my payroll just to have him one-on-one with people that need help. We we provide the best service possible if you're a broker with Hedgestone. We're going to help you unless you don't want it. Like unless you're going to say I don't want it, then we won't. But if you want it, you can make so much money, but not even about the money. You will learn so much. Every deal will teach you something.
Yeah. And I mentioned this weekly call. You're holding company calls and people are sharing what's going on with these companies. How does that work?
The company calls?
Yeah.
Yeah. So every day of during the week, usually Tuesdays, sometimes we have 2 times a week. Each team has multiple meetings a week, 3 to 4 meetings a week, but the company calls once or twice a week. Everyone's on the call. We announce the new deals. We go over the deals that we've closed. Um, the senior advisors go over everything that everyone asks questions on. I'm in a situation. How do I do this? How do I do that? I got a buyer that wants this. Does anyone have any listings for that? And the biggest thing about Hedgestone is the communication. The better we communicate, how we communicate is the most important thing because there might be a broker that has a buyer that wants to buy a car wash in Florida, and they don't know about that pocket listing that just came up. And when we're on the call, someone might have just picked up a listing. So if we can really communicate as effectively as possible, the
Mhm.
sky's the limit, and that's what's happening right now.
And digging a little deeper, you doing buy and sell side within your firm?
We're representing sellers. We're not doing any buy side
Okay. Okay.
representation. So maybe we will. I mean, but right now
Buy side's the tricky side.
that's a tricky side. Yeah, right now we're just dealing with sellers, and the name of the game in Hedgestone is how is listings, getting quality listings that are priced correctly and have 10% fees. So it just makes it easier when we have that 10% fee.
Yeah, yeah. And you do a lot of commercial real estate too. You mentioned getting licensed in all 50 states. To me, that's the tricky part is blending real estate with business. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm licensed. I'm a licensed broker. Right now in Florida, New York, and in other states as well. I'm getting licensed in 13 other states with a reciprocity test right as we speak.
Yeah,
And I find it very important because a lot of the times the business comes with the property and you want to be able to service both.
yeah,
So
yeah,
to me, it's a no-brainer. It's not hard. Just get your real estate license. I tell all my guys. A lot of my guys have their real estate license under me, and it just makes it that much easier.
Yeah, every business owner wants to control the property, and some businesses doesn't even make sense to own a business if you don't own the property, especially the special use ones. Once you have a business for sale and commercial real estate for sale, are you seeing there's a lot more co-brokering in commercial real estate. Are you seeing buy-side brokers try and come in and how do you work with them?
I basically just do it as a referral, where they would come
Yeah.
in, they would
Yeah.
introduce me to their buyer, and they would just, get a referral fee. I don't
I
want to
see. I see.
respectfully.
Yeah.
Nothing against
Yeah.
nobody. It's just that to me, it's all about control.
No, it's true, and this has been debated about a lot of business brokerage, but there's an argument that's it's in the favor of the client if you're controlling it so that, confidentiality is protected, and there's other reasons why you just don't wanna share this information with everyone.
Yeah, of course not. Confidentiality is the biggest thing in a business sale. It's we're selling
Yeah,
business owners'
yeah.
livelihood, so we don't want to ever have that be affected. If someone's really that good, like if there's a broker, an outside broker that, like an owner of a big company or someone that's really that good that we we trust, then yes, we would split the fee and we would work with them. But if it's just a random person we don't know, then we can't do that because it's just too confidential.
You don't know if they have the training. You don't know if they can consummate the deal correctly. There's too many variables there.
Yeah, exactly.
Staying on Headstone just a little bit, where is this going? Like, what are the aspirations you have for this firm? You've had a rocket growth in a short period of time, or it's been a while. It's been a while, but it's taken off now. Where do you envision the company going?
To be honest, I really want to just start a movement. That's the goal. I want to take a piece of the real estate market, the 2 million real estate agents out there, and I
Yeah,
want to convert
yeah.
them to Hedgestone advisors. And that's what I'm doing right now from social media. I've grown the whole company through Instagram and LinkedIn. So
Are you seeing with the NAR lawsuit? I feel like a lot of people are getting out of real estate. Has that played into your strategy?
yeah, I did a whole once that happened, I did a whole article on that, a green screen of me
Yeah, yeah.
advertising. If you're a real estate agent, don't, you're focusing on 4 to 5% commissions. Come on board, learn how to get 10%, learn how to get 12%, but more importantly, learn a skill. Like us as business brokers, I'm sure, we the skill set that we have is just unmatched compared to, not taking away anything from real estate agents, but we can go in there and we can just get creative and it's just fun at this point.
Yeah, a lot of differences between business brokerage and real estate. We spend a lot of time on that in this channel. And like you said, all respect to real estate brokers, it's just a different game. Commercial real estate's similar, but residential, I like to think it's like putting things in little boxes. I'm sure there's residential real estate deals that are hairy, but nothing's hairier than a business deal.
No, nothing's hairier, but someone's trash can be someone's treasure.
Absolutely, absolutely right. Okay, well, let's start to wrap things up here. I want to get your advice on aspiring brokers, business owners. You've proven yourself to be an expert in this space. You are the business broker king. What do you have to say to the aspiring broker or the business owner that's out there that's watching?
I have to say, just be honest. If you're a business broker, or a business owner, be honest with your customers, be honest with your vendors, be honest with everyone. Because that's everything. That's loyalty, honesty. It's going to come back to you. And you're going to you're going to do so much better in business if you're just honest. That's number one. Number
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
you have one life to live. Go out there like tomorrow's your last day every day. Wake up, be passionate about what you do. Try to get a workout in the morning. That's going to help you a lot with your mind. Um, and just go after it every day and love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're not living. So, like for me, I love what I do so much. This is not work. I don't have a set time where I come home I come home for lunch at 12 during the day. I leave. I get back at 7 at night. I might stay home. I don't know. But I'm always working. This is my office. Just
Yeah, I hear
love
it.
what
Yeah,
you love what you do.
yeah. Uh, I'm going to ask where people can find you. Before I do that, you see the seahorses behind me, former marine biologist. I always ask people this silly question: what's your favorite fish?
Fish or okay, favorite fish?
Yeah,
What's my favorite fish? I like a what is it? A blue not a bass, a bluefish. What is
the
no,
marlin. Marlin.
not a marlin. My father caught a marlin. Yeah, I like marlins. I can say a marlin.
Okay.
I'm a huge
So,
animal and marine. I love wildlife. I would say a marlin.
me too. Me
Marlin's
too.
a good one.
Dude, those deep sea pelagic fishes, the open water ones that are just cruising through the ocean at lightning speed. They're tearing apart the bait balls. I think that there's some parallels with you.
No, maybe.
All right. Well, tell the people where we'll put this in the show notes, but where do you want to direct people? If they want to learn more about you, your company, follow you on Insta, tell them how to find you.
Thank you. Follow me on Instagram, Business Broker King, YouTube, Business Broker King, or just go to my website as well, hedgestone.com, and you'll see all of our listings. And if you want cool content, go to my Instagram.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thank you, Michael. On behalf of the Business Broker King, this is Neil Isaacs saying Mahala. Till next time. All right. So I just wrapped with Michael, and I hope that you took what I took from Michael is this abundance mentality. The guy, you know what? I had this thought about Drake started from the bottom. Now the whole team is here. Um, that sounds like what Michael did, right? He started doing pizzas. He met a business broker and he's like, I could do this. And then he just kept on building. And then the pandemic happened and he built even faster and better and bigger. And he took something that could have been awful and he made it into something pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. And I love the fact that he's doing it to help others. He's got his priorities right with his family, with his new baby. He's obviously interested in serving his clients, and there's nothing wrong with making money along the way. That's what I got from interviewing the business broker king. I hope you took something from that as well. Whether you're a business owner, you want to be a business broker, you're a business buyer, Michael's doing it differently. He's not relying on the old tricks. He's leveraging social media in a way that I don't think anyone else is doing on social media, especially for business owners looking to sell. I hope you learned something because I know I sure did. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.